One of the things that led me to do the MindTech project is that I saw through the work that I did with people in courses and one-on-one that once I support people to see how this is working, their life quality starts to automatically improve. MindTech, it's like a project that I'm doing which is helping people to understand how this is working. And before I start to fix you, if we even need to fix you, maybe I will teach you how you are operated. One of the ways that I'm helping people to improve their quality of life is by understanding how this technology is working, the human technology. And once you understand how you operated, it will be way easier for you to use the system, and maybe you don't really need fixing, you just need to know how to use the system. I feel like I'm more like this crazy scientist who is sitting in the lab and researching and studying things and discovering things. And the way I'm operated is, instead of trying to fix you, it's more like I'm trying to help you to experience how you're operated. How is your system operating? And it's like a study, it's like a research. So it's like I'm inviting you to join me to my lab, and together in this lab, we're all gonna be the subject of the experience and the scientists that are observing the experience. And through this journey, we're learning how this is operated. But the main idea that I try to bring forward is that at some point, you will be able to do it yourself. You will be your own scientist. You will be able to continue doing the research and the study yourself. I'm kind of just giving you the first push into this journey. And most of us are actually quite exhausted from life itself. Once you understand how life is working, it's more easy for you to navigate life. So life becomes effortless, and understanding this shift is basically getting the same result or better result in way less effort. It's kind of the living life in an effortless way. This will be one of the core themes of this work. You will have a lot of skills to understand what's going on with you. You'll understand your emotional system, you understand your logical system, you'll understand the tension in your system, you will understand different phenomena and patterns and conditions that you have, understand how to work with it. It's like learning to sail a ship. You know, you learn about the ship, but you also learn about the ocean. With the skills of understanding how the ship is operated and how the ocean is operated, you can more easily navigate the storms and the waves and the currents of life. I've recorded different teachings that you can just sit and listen to them. And then I'm giving you some prompts, some questions to reflect. And then we work together in a group. And the group work is where the magic is really happening. So it's not just self-study, because what happens, you do your own experiment, you reflect on yourself, and then we sit together in the group and we listen to each other. And then once we start to listen to each other, we start to see how our systems are operated. And by me observing you, I actually learning on me. So it's like a co-learning by observing each other, and each one is doing the experiment and the study together. The most common thing that people usually dealing with is, I think the most common one is overthinking, which is basically a lot of noise in the head. It's like a war inside, a lot of noise. So this is one thing. It's very connected to stress. A lot of people dealing with stress. A lot of people dealing with different types of fears. So there are like fears, anxiety. So all the field between fear, stress, overthinking, unbalanced emotional system, this is like really good, because it's really teaching you how to work with this experience and what is the core of that experience. Why do I have overthinking? Yeah? Where it's coming from. Once you understand it, it's already a shift. In my background, I developed a lot of technologies. Today, people call them machine learning, AI, big data. And at some point, I understood that the most interesting or next phase of technology, I will say, is understanding how this technology is working. So instead of continuing developing computer software and algorithms, I went to study the most interesting algorithm that exists on this planet, the human algorithm. And what I share in MindTech is my understanding of this human algorithm. Sometimes it's not so easy for us to accept, but this is a human technology. Like, if you look at this, we all have eyes, ears, nose, mouth, legs, hands, kidney, liver, thoughts, emotions. We all have the same system. And when we learn to use this system in the right way, it's way easier to enjoy the user experience of this system. Many years ago, in one of my personal journeys, when I did my own study, it was a very deep study. I spent 1 year walking between two walls, minimum for 4 hours every day. And this work that I did has allowed me to see very deep inside myself, how every single movement, energy moves inside of me, thoughts, emotion, and so on. And one of the things that I learned in this journey, I learned about some gift that I feel that I have, and I call it simplifying. I can take complex concepts and simplify them in a way that it's very easy to understand them. What I believe, that the concept was simple to begin with, and somehow through history it became a complex concept. And what I'm doing, I think I bring it back to source. The source was simple, the design of the system is very clear and direct, and somehow we made it complicated through history. And what I think that I share with people is a simplified way to understand life, the human experience, and I think that I can quite easily take you to see in your own experience the mechanics of your own system. So it's not like you thinking of it, you're actually seeing it. And once you see something in your own eyes, you understand it. So it's like it's a simplified version how to understand life and the process of life. My invitation is for people who want to live better life, wants to feel life fully, life to the most highest potential. The reason I'm starting now with MindTech is to give people the understanding and the basic tools how to navigate life in a way that it will be easy, effortless, and way more productive and efficient.